Now we get to welcome one of our favorite guests back to GMA, 11-time Emmy Award-winning actress and producer, Julia Louis-Dreyfus from Seinfeld and Veep and so much more. Welcome back. I'm sorry you're not here in person.
I'm sorry I'm not there in person too, but we got to stay safe, right?
How has quarantine been going for you?
Well, how has quarantine been going? I'm wearing my pajama bottoms, if that makes any sense.
And we know that you reunited with the cast of Veep for a virtual table read on Sunday to benefit America Vote. So can you tell us about that?
Yes, that's going to be this Sunday, and we're all getting together to read a particular episode of Veep that we made back in 2016, but has uncanny resemblance to this most recent presidential election. And so we thought it would be really, really fun to get together and read an uncut version of it. So there'll be a lot of material in it that isn't actually in the finished version. And all to benefit America Votes in Georgia, which is a marvelous organization about educating voters, informing voters, helping people reminding people that if you're under the age of 65, you have to re-register to get your mail-in ballot. And they're getting all that messaging out, which is critical, of course. So we're really happy to be helping them out. And it should be a gas just to get together and read it. It was a really funny, this episode in particular, really funny. It's the mother episode from season 5 for those of you who might want to watch in advance.
What?
So,
as someone who covered this election and is still covering it because they're still fighting about it, I'm very much looking forward to this. A little bit of a break from reality. So you've got some big guest stars who are joining you. Who's in the lineup?
Yeah, we do. We've got a few people come in to help read various roles. Stephen Colbert, Kumail Nanjiani, Patton Oswalt, Mark Hamill, Beanie Feldstein, Don Cheadle, and Paul Scheer are all very kindly coming to help us out and have a good laugh.
I think we're all still a little surprised that reality is matching Veep rather than the other way around. Well, what about any chance for a full reunion show at some point, or maybe even another season?
Well, I'll tell you something. The last 4 years, it's been, I mean, one of the reasons we ultimately sort of ended the show was that it was impossible to compete with the Trump White House. They seemed to be sort of outdoing us with this outlandish behavior. You know, it was always very important to us we had a lot of consultants. We wanted to make it real, plausible, funny, a little outrageous, yes, but not too outrageous. And then this guy comes into office and he's just like doing a better version of our show, except of course it's not even remotely funny. So, but now I think with a more of a normal human being, shall I say, a real leader in the White House, Joe Biden, I don't rule out the idea of maybe getting back together to do some version of Veep at some point down the line. It might be fun to revisit. We left a little opening in the story to do that, but it would be, I mean, we all love each other so much, so it would be a lot of joy to pull that one off if we could.
And you're doing the virtual reunion on Sunday, but you've also done a few in the past with Jason Alexander, your Seinfeld co-star. So, you know, if you go into Google and you Google your character's name, Elaine Bennis, you know what comes up? Dance. So did you think that would just become so legendary?
No, I didn't. I really didn't, and it's so unfortunate.
How did you come up with that dance?
I'll tell you something. I came up with it practically in this room, standing in front of a mirror, trying to make myself look like the biggest ass possible, and I came up with 2 different moves, and my mom was visiting, and I went into the kitchen, and my mom and my husband were there, and I said, which one of these things looks worse? And they voted for the one that ultimately ended up in the show.
Well, thank you for coming back. Thank you for inventing that dance. All of you at home can get tickets for Veep Live virtual table read happening on Sunday. Go to showupforgeorgia.com.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here, to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.